everybody, my name is Hermit, and we are back with another Minecraft video. Uh, yeah, much else to say. Just adjusting my volume there. It was a bit loud, but anyway, so yeah, we've built this since I last uploaded. There's a little tree growing area where I can, grow trees, because it's not exactly a forest out here. So I'm also using programmer art because I tend to like programmer art a bit better. I guess probably just a nostalgia factor. I expanded that road a bit, and I don't know if I showed this last time. I got little chickens. Hold on. Yeah, yeah. Oh, and, yeah, and, just, yeah. So yeah, I got some cows. I'll probably make the pen bigger so I can fit more animals in there. As is the case with these types of servers, we're not really going to see too many wild animals roaming about, so that's why it's very important to keep the animals that you do find. So anyway, let's see it. So, anyways, uh, mining, I've gotten a little bit more diamond. I could probably start making more diamond tools, especially armor. I could make some diamond armor. I've also got some more redstone dust, which I may use to maybe try to make some redstone contraptions. I'm not good with redstone, so I don't know how good that'll be. I don't know if I ever showed that off. I got capital. And I just earlier today I was going about the world looking for different saplings I could grow as many of the trees as I can. I'm not sure exactly where acacia would be. I would assume probably close to the Sahel. That region, probably some of southern Africa, would probably be where acacia is in this world. Uh, jungle, obviously, and I go north towards the Democratic Republic of Congo and find some. So, yeah, I think that's what we're going to do now. I think that's what we're going to do. Do we have enough wool to make another bed? Our home is set over here. Yeah, we don't have wool, we have string. That's how I made the bed. Yeah, I think I'm going to take the bed with me so I don't have to deal with any sort of mods. So yeah, I just personally prefer programmer art, the older art style over modern art. Not to say that the modern textures are bad by any means, I just prefer older ones. I wonder if these are considered to be acacia leaves. I'm not exactly sure. No, those are. Oh. Oh, no, no, it is acacia. Some of it's acacia, some of it's not. Alright, that's one of the saplings. One of two saplings I can get without water, wandering trader trades. And there's pale oak. I'm not sure if this server is updated to the pale oak fruit. Okay, so if you remember from one of the previous episodes, I had recorded a video where I had moved out of this region. So you can see this was where my old base was before I moved. And I moved it to be close to where Great Zimbabwe is actually. So yeah, we have this little crop field. We had the mine right down there. I'll say I took the entire base and just moved it down there. That's why there's nothing left. It was really just, we're sure in the first video, it was really just a couple of random blocks that I just mashed together to make a temporary settlement until we had to get something more permanent. We'll probably make shears. Actually, you know what I can do? Those vines remind me I can make shears at any point. They're 2x2, so I'll need to get out the crafting table, which I am carrying crafting table in the furnace in case I need them. It's always nice if you're going to a cave to bring a furnace with you so I can smelt some things while you're mining. Okay, so, yeah. It'd also be nice to like take some leaves, some of the grass and stuff, all that kind of stuff. So, yeah. Here's what I was talking about. I can use the shears to take the vines. Not exactly sure what I'll use vines for besides maybe making moss to cobblestone, but you can farm it, and I like to farm things, so I'm taking it. It sounds like kind of eerie being alone on a server. Like, it's kind of nice that I don't have to deal with other players constantly trying to kill me the second I leave my area, my house, but still is kind of off-putting almost. So this is a straight border, so I think I know exactly where on the world we are. Yeah, okay. There's a part of Zimbabwe Zambia border that's like is it or is it Zimbabwe Mozambique? I can't remember. It's one of those two borders where it's just completely straight. It just goes northwards completely straight. Running a bit low on baked potatoes. I watch out about that. Which I also go this direction. So now if I do hit the Congo, I'm at least closer to the Congo than I would be able to have to go just straight west. Or uh, okay. Um, one thing I will say about the server is, so I'm pretty sure I showed you a while back. I don't know how many episodes ago it was, but I showed you like an ore map server that the server itself provides, and one thing that showed you is that we were pretty close to where all the netherite is in the world, except a tiny bit in Canada, but after doing a ton of mining, unless it's like hyper super rare, I'm pretty sure we're already mining out most, if not all, of the netherite in southern Africa. There will be like these giant, honestly man-made holes built out of stuff like looks like it's like been blasted out with like TNT and stuff. And those types of holes are just like all over southern Africa, especially in the deeper areas. So yeah, unless the server does like occasional resets and stuff, I don't know how likely it is that we'll ever get netherite. A little cocoa bean. Give me some of that. So, yeah. There's a horse. I don't have a saddle, but that would have been cool. Can you get saddles on a server like this? I don't think this type of server has like chests or anything, so I'm not exactly sure. Oh wait, yeah, I already got a jungle sapling from that, but let me try to find a couple more just so I can get 4x4. That's right there. Now that'll be all I need. I will keep going. Tree down. Place the bed. Make a new hoe. So yeah, now we have one sapling for each type, which is pretty nice. So I'm going to vines to be actually not something that you can farm pretty reliably and not like a wood way. Foraging is like wood stuff and like flowers and all that good stuff. Apples. Stuff that you get directly from trees. So yeah. One thing I kind of do want to do is I kind of want to build things that might not be style great Zimbabwe. Mostly because this kind of building style is very, very restricting. All you can build is like, like simple stone and mud structures. Because I'm basing off a medieval African sub-Saharan African civilization. So there's not really much options for what you can do if uh, opposed to say you were doing a build based off like medieval Germany or Rome or something that was like a very advanced civilization. So I might like on the outskirts. Obviously, this area will still be the Great Zimbabwe area, but maybe this region can just be like an area where I can build just random stuff. Like houses and stuff. So, where is spruce? I like spruce lots. I'm gonna start growing spruce. Let me just build it like over here. Some just lag things can get really annoying if it keeps on being this bad. It's not usually this bad, but I don't know why today it's just horrible. Here, yeah. I'm gonna take this. So yeah, let me go through. So I have it structured in a way so these are like the super tall trees that have like all the little branches and stuff. Those won't be able to spawn because it's too low for them to spawn. And so it's much easier to break trees. I realize this is lumberjack mod or tree felling mod, whatever you want to call it. It's not exactly the hardest thing in the world to use cut down big trees, but I don't know, it seems like kind of look a bit ugly in a farm like this. In the wild, they look amazing, but in a farm setting like this, they don't exactly look the greatest. It's nice to have these one by ones. Yeah. You can see this really quickly destroys my axe. That's why we're gonna need a lot of iron in this game. This is a good thing. We have a ton of iron as is. Zombie. I don't know where that is. Oh, it's somewhere underground, right? Occasionally you can hear a skeleton groaning as well, so there's probably some area down here that's like a little small cave that spawns. Life updates, I guess. So I finished my first semester at community college. So that's great. Deal with that until next year, because classes won't start back until January. So yeah, we'll have to deal with that. Sorry about that. And it was just I had to do something real quick. Yeah, so what was I saying? Yeah, college. Yeah, honestly, it was a nice first semester. I didn't exactly pull the best grades. I really could have done better. There's one thing I'm always going to be bad at is keeping good grades in an academic area. So yeah, could have done better. Could have realistically done worse. You know? Uh, I'll say it's very different compared to high school. One of the things all my folk were telling me about is that like community college and college in general is nothing like high school, and it really did show. A lot more freedom. I also feel like there's a lot less interaction, I guess, between people. A lot of people aren't there to, make friends or, socialize. They're there to, do what they have to do to graduate, go to a higher education, university or whatever, or get into a career. So most people aren't really the talkative kind, which is both a good and a bad thing. Like I really haven't talked to too many people since high school got out. Uh, the friend group just kind of split up, and I never really, you know, got back into it. So maybe I shouldn't say split up. I kind of split off from the original friend group I made in high school because we had a server, a Discord server that we used to be in, but one of my friends, he transferred ownership to another one of his friends, and that friend eventually just deleted the whole server, and I've never asked to be re-invited to a new server if one existed. I don't even know if one exists. I recently messaged the dude, pretty chill, love the guy, but yeah, so yeah, yeah. Since that server got deleted, yeah, I really don't talk to too many people, even on Discord. I didn't really talk to me. I've had conversations with people, but you know. Most of my messages are like 3 months or older. I don't know if you could, but I really haven't had like any one-on-one interactions in for a while. There's only like a couple every so often. So yeah, like, a lot less communication because people are just there to, get their credits and get out. So, you know, can be a bit lonely at times. I think that's where it is, right? Just make sure I don't want. Yeah, okay. I didn't want to screw it up. Oh, mailman's passing by. Wonder if you got any mail for anyone. I will say one thing I do really miss about high school is the free school lunches. I know I will sound absolutely insane for saying this, but like I really do kind of miss the school lunches. I mean, they weren't the best, but they weren't horrible, and you got them for free. At least I did, because I was able to get into a program where I could get free school lunch. So, most I knew, every Monday through Friday I would at least have something eatable in my stomach. It's something edible, I should say, not eatable, edible. In my stomach at all times. But now I kind of find myself only eating like junk or like quick breakfast foods like a sausage biscuit or a little White Castle slider or whatever. I don't really find myself eating proper food anymore. You know what? I will since it's not that long since I started this, only 20 minutes, I'm going to first let me pull up the map real quick. The blue map. I don't know whether the server isn't always using blue map, but uh yeah. So would Russia be close? I think the Russian spruces would be a bit closer. And well, okay, that spruce or that dark. I think that's dark oak instead of spruce. I'm looking on the map right now to try to see where the best area to be mining the best regions to be mining spruce would be at. I love dark oak, don't get me wrong, but yeah, I think it's gonna be America. I think the NA server would be best if I just go north towards Canada to find a good amount of spruce. No, more North America. Is this north? Yeah, it's north. Boom. No, we have three of those at home, but it'd be nigh impossible to bring that one back. We're in North America now, we're no longer in Africa. Yeah, so just kind of need to think of like a subject to name this video. That and also a thumbnail to go with this video. That's one of the things when I like upload a video where I don't exactly have a direction where I'm, going into to make it. That the thumbnail for time tends to just be me doing something random like the Hermit talks about life episode. I think that was episode three, three, four. Second, I don't know why. guessing this. I have my phone right in front of me. I can just go check my account. Oh, checking. Yeah, okay, episode 3. That episode was just me, well, a very crude drawing of my skin, weeds or no, a very poor drawing of that, looking into the sky with the arms out, uh, in front of the sun with some clouds. So it was just a very poorly drawn, kind of sloppily put together drawing that I made just 'cause I didn't have an idea for a drawing. I don't know, I could have maybe done like another stock image where I feel like a therapist chair because it's me talking about how life is and stuff. So yeah, that could have been a pretty nice thumbnail idea now I'm thinking of it, but at least I had some direction with that video. This video, I'm just doing stuff because, well, what else am I supposed to do? Most of the stuff on these type of servers is just kind of boring, honestly. It's not bad, but it's not like YouTube worthy, content. Mostly just mining and farming and stuff. I think I'll order myself. I have actually continued this series for a lot longer than I expected. I expected after like episode 3 or 4, I would just be like, alright, this is too much. And I did take a pretty long break, but that's mostly because finals week, I didn't really want that to interfere, making videos to interfere with, you know, actually studying up and making sure that I was ready for my final assignments. But yeah, now that I'm like fully out, I don't have anything else to do. Maybe not fully Minecraft, I probably will upload more random stuff. Roblox, oh, what else can I have? Oh, I think I'm taking a bit break from Roblox because I usually play Rising Nations on Roblox. It's a very typical map strategy game, kind of like Hearts of Iron 4. Very similar in that game, but it's like a dumbed down version of okay, what are these trees? I'm not particularly like that. It's kind of creepy, man. I don't particularly like that. Some Herobrine-esque stuff's going on. Like, I'll take the free saplings, but I mean, I don't like one of those, but that's kind of creepy. I'm sure someone else was here and probably broke a block or two, and then they left, and before the leaf could decay, but I still don't like when things happen that are completely out of my control in Minecraft. Especially when there's not a single other player online. Usually the server is empty. If it's not empty, then it's like a staff or a helper or even a dev or owner on the server. Very rarely is there traffic from like other people. I think there's that I think Sauce Human, that top monthly voter. I think they are a regular player, not like a helper or whatever. Yeah, I'm trying to think of what other content I might upload. Oh, back to the right. Anyway, so Rise of Nations. I recently formed the final symbol that I could do for now until new ones are added, if they are, but yeah, so I finally did that, so I'm kind of taking a break from that because I played that like almost every day for like months and months straight, and it's not exactly a nice, peaceful type of game. It's more of a I'm getting really angry at this game constantly type of game. Alright, so yeah, this is the Canadian forest. I'm trying to look for it. Not, is this spruce? Yeah, no, I don't know. It looked like spruce for some reason. I'll still take it, but yeah, okay, see where I'm getting the confusion? That's spruce. Alright, that was spruce. Jesus Christ, God. It's a huge return. Oh my god, my axe is almost broken already. Jesus Christ. It'll be a good thing to differentiate between dark oak and spruce. Spruce would probably just be one by one. You see, usually, actually, no, this is definitely oak. That's definitely regular oak. Okay, where's all the spruce, alright? Surely spruce is not this rare of a tree type. I don't know exactly where spruce grows in real life, but surely it's not this rare. Sweet berry. Didn't think that naturally generate. That's another fun mobile thing. So, okay, this would be a nice place to settle in. Like, this kind of large, flat, open area. Come on, let me sleep. There we go. I don't know why I'm not finding like any sort of spruce. Again, there's no way it's that rare of a sheep. I wish I had that. I really wish I had one of those in my region of the world. Especially, this is spruce. That's spruce right there. Yeah, we got 11 logs. Or this is another spruce. 20. Alright, and another spruce. Oh, my pickaxe broke. Not pickaxe, axe. See, that's the problem with a mod like this. That, uh, especially ones that make it so the tree felling breaks like a ton of blocks at once. And use durability. Pretty big problem is that it was very quickly your axe will just break. Thankfully, it only does that with naturally generating trees, so it'd be really annoying if you build your like house out of wood, then you try to break one block to destroy the entire thing. That would be really annoying. Another spruce, so like a triple tree. Okay. Damn 3D. Did I change that really? I swear they used to be like fully 2D on their snouts. I'm not going crazy, am I? I have 12 saplings. I can just slash, yep, slash home, and like grow myself a large spruce tree. And so, yeah, we can sprinkle these. I think these all spawn pods also. We'll have a bit of podzol. I do think podzol turns back to regular dirt if you don't have silk touch. Uh, so, yeah, spruce logs we'll use to, we'll use to make a new base. That won't be exactly, uh, fitting with the rest of the build, but it's just something I want to build nonetheless. I want to have like an actual like house, or like I don't know, like a basic like medieval like European style or something. I don't know. I'm not good with building. I'm not good with redstone. I'm not really good with combat. I'm not even really good at that good at farming either. Like I took like 3 tries to build this tree farm because I built it too low and I built it too high, and now I've built it just perfectly. So, yeah, what else can I do? I guess the thumbnail for this video should be like me planting a tree or something, like a tree sapling. So maybe that's kind of the big highlight is I don't know where that came from. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That have to be 11 blocks apart for optimal lighting. This is because it's on the very corner of the tree farm. That's the only reason why it's there instead of being grid like I can see over here. Most of my stuff is in a grid like pattern. Not grid, it's like a alternating grid. But yeah, so I probably will just start laying the foundations for it. I think since we have so much dark oak actually, I mean if we place them, it's really hard to tell the difference between them. We don't really need dark oak for planks instead though. So let me take like a bunch of dark oak out of here. And yes, like somewhere over here, we'll start building our base. It'd be really funny if I just went back to the old base and started building there, but that's a bit too far away. But one, oh, there you have the first tall tree. Like, I think this might be a good area to start. We just kind of start from over here. Kind of get rid of the landscape a bit. Bit of classic flattening of the land for more development. See how come there's alright. This and build like over here. to make like this area kind of like an L shape. And make it like, I don't know. A bit wide. I think that's a bit wide. I'm gonna take it down. Just one. That's one. Oh, there we go. Kind of like that. I don't want this area to be too wide. So I shouldn't cook, but you know, it will help me kind of get the hang of building. As you can see, dark oak works very well with roofs. Nope. For these flowers and stuff, just to get these out of my inventory, I guess I can just replant them on that. Some I know we did demolishing a lot of these, but I'm gonna be placing some of the areas to where they were before, but I just need to get like a very clear layout of the land before I started building. There we go. Next up is pines. Yeah, I think like months of mayhem dropped recently. I remade my opinions on modern Minecraft, but it's pretty clear in the past. I don't particularly like them. I think the smaller updates are kind of hurting the game. I find some of the stuff that they add in these updates pretty cool, but like, it's just like the general idea of, hey, we're gonna have lots more updates, but they're gonna be smaller updates. They end up just kind of becoming more disappointing. But, I think the spear is pretty cool. I know that they're just trying to make a variant of the mace and stuff. It's still a pretty cool weapon to mess around with. This server hasn't updated, and I don't think it would be very easy to. Oh, I know you can craft spears like a regular weapon. Yeah. I don't know, I was under the assumption that you can only get them from like chests or like certain mob drops, like the mace. Yeah, I don't think you can probably get the mace in this version. I wouldn't suppose, anyways. Place that, which is. Hmm. I think I'll do how does that look? I don't want to turn back ambitious with this one. To be too big and I have to now or never finishing it. That's why I don't ever do mega projects because I know very well that I'm never gonna finish them. So you should sit kind of rotting away. I would take damage for that. Okay, I did take damage that, but yeah, I think that would be pretty cool. Add that, boom. Then the roof is still made out of. Well, maybe we can like intermix spruce and dark oak planks and give it a tiny bit of texture. The texturing tends to work better on bigger builds. So yeah, smaller builds can't benefit from texturing, but like usually the best time to texture is like on like a huge mega castle or something for the boringness of just using cobblestone or stone bricks. You know, the texturing can help break that. For a smaller build like this, you know, texturing might not be nearly as necessary to make it look, you know, half decent. And, you know, a bit of spruce could probably help this build along. So, you know, I don't know, whenever I feel like I should cutting those trees down, I will, and I'll add all the spruce in there to this build. I don't know why it was so rare to try to find a bit of spruce. I don't know why they felt so rare up there. Maybe I was just looking wrong. Maybe Russian areas, like uh, Russian far north in Siberia. Maybe that's where I should look for all the taiga at. Different amount. Oh, thanks a couple pictures. Just one place how mobs can just randomly spawn. Place some torches around it too, so mobs don't spawn around it. Uh, alright, over here, and stay to more torches on top of it, so my no mobs spawn on it. I want to make sure that I don't just get attacked by mobs every 3 seconds when I'm trying to go in there. Oh, there's the final big spruce. Yeah, there's kind of like this boomerang pods all around my base. And yeah, these trees are giant. They don't generate that many leaves though, so I have to continuously go out exploring. I don't know. But I'm pretty sure I've seen like regular spruce trees that have like 5 leaves on them. Not actually five, maybe five, but they have like a ridiculously low amount of leaves on them. I'm trying to edit it. So, yeah. But I think that might just be it for today. Honestly, I've done most of what I wanted to do. I have set the foundation for a basic house. And most of that stuff over there will just be me building stuff, just to kind of learn how to build, because I don't know how to build in Minecraft, even though I've played this game ever since I was a little kid. And as evidence from how all my buildings look, the very blocky, square field and all. I very clearly do not know how to build very well, so these so yeah, the stuff over here that I'll build off on the side, which for a while might just become the main things that I build. But this stuff over here will help me learn how to build. So, and I've kind of started that. I think that'll probably be all for today. So, yeah, see you next episode.